So first off, what is predictive coding, right? So, ultimately, the way that you define predictive coding is, there's three components of a software architecture. It's going to be an expert input, right, and a system, a machine that learns based on input from an expert. So your subject matter expert, your attorney responsible for fact development, trains a system to classify documents, right, to a high level of statistical confidence, so that it can return relevant documents that the expert would find relevant. So these machines, predictive coding in particular, these types of algorithms are used in a variety of applications. IBM Watson, right? The Watson machine uses a classifier called a support vector machine, which takes input from experts and from extraneous information and feeds that back. And this is an interesting anecdote about IBM's Watson, because when they wanted to put Watson on Jeopardy, right? They had, the producers were vetting the system out for a long time. And it took a while for them to say, all right, we're going to do a show with Watson on there. We're going to be comfortable with it. And one of the reasons that they had a problem was because Watson would sometimes give absurd responses, because the way that categories are written in Jeopardy requires, somewhat of a human intellect to interpret and to understand that. And so Watson wouldn't be able to pick up what that category was, because it would take the literal sense of that category, okay? And one of the reasons why it was failing to do that is because Watson didn't have ears, okay? They didn't put ears on Watson. So, it would respond to a category question, and it would get it wrong, and it would be a literal response, and everybody else would laugh about it. And then, another contestant would chime in and get the right answer, right? And so what they did is they put ears on Watson, so Watson could understand what other contestants were saying. And by listening to what the other contestants were saying, Watson picked up on the nuances, okay, was able to pick up on those nuances of categories and understand that the literal meaning was incorrect. There was a spin on it. Okay, so that this is, just a component of the quality of the input that you provide to the system is going to determine the quality of the output that you get. It really is a garbage in, garbage out type of algorithm.